Hello there, Nokorab here, and we are standing in the middle of our town in the middle of the night, continuing on with building the custom structures for our new in town Let's Play. Let's go ahead and go to sleep as we recap what we've been working on. We spent most of last episode working on a couple of structures to help us continue building things for the new in town harvest add-on. One of those was the villager housing, which is a base new in town structure. This is not the way I want to go. Oh, danger! Eventually, we're gonna need to light up our town, I think, because this that really came out of nowhere. Yeah, we need to do a better job of defense at some point, but I kind of want to get the borders of our town planned out first. Anyway, so we built the villager housing, which is a base new in town structure to get a couple of villagers to trade with. For things like emeralds, and the hope was for wheat, but unfortunately that is not going to be the case, it looks like. And the other thing we built was the shepherd, which is basically just a butchery, but for sheep. We have an invisible shepherd here who can trade us for wool and mutton, which will be fairly useful. So this episode now is going to be spent a little bit on harvesting some wheat. Because we don't have quite enough hay bales for the next structure. We also don't have enough wool, but that's going to be pretty easy to obtain at this point. So the next structure that we're working on still is part of the New in Town Harvest add-on by Victoria Ricky. Here we go. And it is the town market. So we need 16 hay bales, which is truly insane. And 16 white wool, which we should be on our way towards here shortly. One thing that we may do, if we can get the carrots to support it, is continue trading with this farmer and hope that he gets a wheat trade. I don't think he will. It seems like he buys wheat and sells bread at some point, depending on the trade. But that is one thought. We can also try and go out looking for another village. I don't know how well that is going to work, because I don't know where another village is. But that is another thought. We can also go ahead and maybe just make an empty plot. We have the seeds for it, of course, and we can start growing some more wheat that way as well. We could also just harvest these potatoes and plant another row of wheat. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Actually, you know what? You know what might even be better than that? We are going to grab a little bit of dirt. We should have some in our homestead. Come here. There we go. I'm gonna put this gunpowder away and grab some dirt. We may need a little bit more, but that's okay. My plan, I think, is going to be improve the farm plot. The farm plot is actually it's a fairly inexpensive structure, and it's mostly just for completionists. It's not terribly efficient, so we are going to make it more efficient by doing some of this business. And we're going to need just a little bit more dirt. So let's go ahead and grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just a little bit more. And we'll put it here, here, and here. There, there, and there. And do this. So the plan now is this. We're going to harvest these potatoes and harvest these carrots even though they're not ready because we're going to replant them elsewhere. So the next step, we're going to put carrot. Or that's potatoes. Wheat here and here. And then carrots right here. There we go. So, little known fact, crops of any kind grow more quickly when they are planted in alternating rows like this. So if the crop immediately next to them is not the same kind, they will grow just a little bit faster. I'm not entirely sure exactly how much. It's noticeable, but it is a known fact. You can look it up on the New in Town Wiki, or not New in Town Wiki, the Minecraft Wiki. And it's useful when you plan on just growing by the book without any kind of bone meal or anything, which unfortunately is what we sort of have to do. In the meantime, we are going to try and get more bone meal by planting all these seeds in this composter. Which will be a little bit time consuming. We may speed through if I don't have much else interesting to say. But hopefully pretty shortly here, we will be able to build the town market And then maybe we'll build the kitchen for New in Town Harvest and start maybe focusing a lot more on the farming aspect, the new foods aspect and cooking and stuff of New in Town Harvest before we move on to some other custom structures. But we'll see. There's plenty more that we can do, I'm sure, while we wait for crops to grow, things like that. Because the harvest, of course, has new interesting crops that have completely different growth times. And we're also going to need to include other ingredients that I think are vanilla at some points in the process. So there'll be plenty of time to build other things while we focus on harvest. I'm sure we'll build probably some roads with the aesthetics pack to have different kind of districts going off in other directions for the other packs. And I think that'll kind of just help with some organizing and make the town look overall a lot more interesting and alive. So let's do this real quick. Should get a little bit of bone meal out of this. It's not going to go super far, but hopefully it'll be a little worthwhile. The question will become whether we use the bone meal on the carrots and try to trade with this villager in the hope that he'll give us more wheat, or if we just use it on the wheat knowing that our fortune hoe doesn't give us any extra, which is quite an unfortunate fact. Okay, that's going to have to be all done there. And I think the correct answer is probably the wheat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, there we go. We'll wait until it's all grown to harvest. Well, I suppose that doesn't really make a difference. There's seeds there. And then the nice thing is, I believe the fortune does give us more seeds, so we can, I guess, throw those into the composter when we do get them. I think we're gonna go ahead. How's our fish? Our fish is going a little crazy. We've got quite a lot of just kind of housekeeping to do around the town, I think. So we'll go ahead and take care of these fish. I think probably get these potatoes cooking. Potentially we can sell them to the butcher later on when we get a butcher built. And not that we need gold in particular. Obviously we can just wait and then get plenty from our taxes, but you know, having a healthy economy is very important. Alrighty, let's get the rest of these fishy boys. At some point we may automate this process a little bit. Add in a way to automatically kill and cook the fish and collect the items. But I don't know quite enough about systems like that. Certainly not when the spawn point is so particular. But I imagine it can't be that much more difficult than otherwise. So let's go ahead and stick those there because I don't need them. And go to the homestead, which is right here, and put some of this stuff away. Then we'll shear our sheep a little bit. Let's get these guys cooking. I think we actually, let's put them in the smoker. Yeah, because we're going to be going that direction anyway. Put the wheat in this chest. Put the the food in the smokers that are in the sheeperd. Put that there. Oh, that's one more bale right there. That's good. So yes, let's go to the sheeperd, as it's called, and start smoking up some fish. We still need more coal. That is a fact. So that might be something we spend some time on right now as well, getting a fortune pick out and getting some coal. We could go to I don't know exactly where we'd go, but we could go and mine up some coal. What's something else that we can do in the meantime while we wait for these crops to go? The problem is we don't want to stray too far, because we do need these crops to actually grow. That's part of the dealio. So let's see, I don't think we want to focus on the quill add-on right now. We could kind of mix things up with the aesthetics, get some roads built maybe, or some Skunk Monkey's aesthetics, which includes, I think, 4 fountains, some kind of random plots, and then some statues. That is a thought here. I don't know that we really need a pumpkin field right this second. Animal shelter, I think, doesn't come with any animals. Yeah, so maybe we will focus on some aesthetic plots, specifically some roads, and because we are kind of encroaching on the very edges of where we're able to build. We still have a good amount of space over this way, and then I think we'll build some roads over to that hill or something. Over here, we have the swamp, of course. We still have some space around here. Could build some plots in this space right there. Let's see what over here's looking like. Oh, we've got lots of room over here. But let's see what on the other side of the castle is, because I do think that is kind of getting close to the edge of a hill. So we might build some roads going out from that direction. So let's see here. Okay, yeah. So this is pretty much the border for this part of the town. But if we build some roads and bridges going off in that direction, we could build a little bit more on that plateau over there. And I think that's probably what we'll work to do. I think a bridge is probably going to be the best looking. It'll require a little bit of extra work down beneath the bridge, because I don't think the supports will extend all the way down. But that's okay, just gives us more to do. Silk Touch I don't think we really need right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave that as it is. Let's see, with that said... Oh, I didn't even shoot the sheep while I was over there. Let's go do that. I don't know where I'm going in a big circle. Let's go ahead and shear those sheep. We'll go to sleep and think about what we want to do next. At some point, we may go into the portal. Explore the dimensions beyond. There's been a lot of changes between the version that we're using right now and the version that is being beta tested in the Discord community. If you guys are interested in getting involved in that beta testing, just go ahead and join the Discord. There's instructions in there for how to get involved, or you can just go ahead and ask me. Very, very simple process, and that can give you the ability to download and play with the 1.17 compatible New in Town Dimensions, which includes all kinds of new features and structures and things for your, well, not quite any differences in Seafarers yet, but there will be. I'm working on them. And a new update for the beta test version should be out pretty soon here, I hope. So let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Perfect. So I can go ahead and put that back. And we now have enough wool. So then it's just waiting on the hay. And it's quite unfortunate that I don't have any kind of way to get any more wheat any faster beyond going out and looking for a village. Which at this point might be what we do. The main problem is, so we have the elytra, but we don't have a solid supply of gunpowder. That's something that unfortunately we aren't going to be able to do very effectively without Seafarers, without going into the dimensions. And I don't want to do that yet. What we do need to do is get some coal. And I think that's probably what we will do. So let's find our way to a supply of coal. And which direction do I want to go to do that? Not that way. Probably over this way somewhere. Maybe there's some caves or still some coal left in the ravine down by the ruined portal. That is one thought. Or there may be some caves in the dark oak forest. Let's take a peek down here. There is some coal in the walls, but that's just a lot of work to get to. So let's hop down here and see if we can spot any easily accessible that we skipped over perhaps last time. I know we kind of did a little bit up there last time we needed a lot of supply of coal. The one thing that I will say, we don't actually probably need coal so much. Because we do have a supply of blaze rods in the nether with our nether fortress, our nether keep, the blaze reactor. And blaze rods are pretty solid fuel, but they're also only really worth the extra, they're only efficient, they're only really worth the extra supply if you have enough things to smelt. And normally I'm not smelting a whole bunch of stuff. This is my fortune one, yes, good. I'm certainly not always smelting 20 items at once. So we're just going to go ahead and leave that be for now. Put a torch right there. We also need plenty of torches. And that is one of the main reasons that we're doing this. So let's go ahead and make a whole bunch of torches, and then we'll go back home. And try to find something to kill some time or get more bone meal perhaps. To try and grow our crops faster while we wait for the crops. I don't think there's any structures that supply bone meal as of right now, but let's take a look perhaps at all of the available structures again from all of our custom hacks and see maybe I'm missing something, or maybe there's something better that we can compost to get more bone meal. So let's see. I know nothing in here. The doghouse is what the bone is, and that's not going to supply us with bone meal. So let's go up here. I don't think any of that. Money maker, I don't think is really going to do much for us here. That's just a crossbow table. Harvest altar's not going to be super useful here. We're obviously working towards the town market. I suppose we could start collecting materials for the shelter kitchen. What do we need? Smooth stone, smokers. We need a lot of smokers? 3 smokers, okay. Bunch of stone as well. Bricks, looks like 16 bricks. I assume brick blocks, but we'll maybe keep an extra supply of individual. Well, yeah, it's got to be brick blocks. And oak logs. That's not terribly expensive. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll start collecting materials for this. So total is 16 stone and 16 smooth stone. That's not too difficult at all. The smokers we will probably just steal from one of our other structures. Building permits obviously easy. Looks like 16 oak logs and then 16 brick blocks. Brick blocks. So we'll need to go and get some clay. I believe, as I recall, there wasn't really a good supply of clay in the swamp. Eat this. There we go. We will need to drop those off in my ender chest real quick, but we need, so only 16 logs. We need 32 stone because we have to smelt some of it into smooth stone. There we go. There we go. So maybe we'll start that process. We'll steal smokers from somewhere. Probably right here. Hi, guys. Ooh, got some fish. Delicious. Oh, good. You guys are coming back out in the pasture. Very nice of you. Do you want to come out too? Come here. Come here, Mr. Cow. No? Okay, you can stay there. That's allowed. Okay, so let's get the... I'm going all the way around the lumber mill. Let's get the stone cooking. It's just 2 coal there. I'll put this coal right in here. So we've got 2 smokers. We'll need a little bit more cobblestone to get the rest. We've got a bunch of fish. And let's see, what else was there? We need the bricks. The oak logs, a building permit, which I don't think we have a spare one of, so we'll get some more gold for that. We will need 4 more logs, which we have right here, to make the smoker. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll just go ahead and take this whole thing, I think, because we're going to end up using all of that. There we go. And another smoker. And then we just got to worry about the bricks. So I'm going to come over here and put these in the chest, and then we'll go figure out if we can find more clay. So oak logs, I think, go like, well, let's put them right here, like so. The stone goes right there. The smooth stone will go here, bricks here, and building permit. Oh, let's go get the building permit real quick. And it is just past noon, yeah, so we have the extra gold from our treasury. Hopefully we'll be building 2 structures today if the wheat wants to cooperate with us. I don't want to have to build a larger wheat farm because that's just going to take just as much time as waiting around, I think. So we only need 4 right now for another building permit. But I suppose it could save us time next episode if we're not even going to get it this episode. We'll see. Let's get the clay and get the bricks cooking. Get a shelter kitchen going, and then we'll go from there. What was I doing? Buying a building permit. Here we go. And we'll hop on over here. Put the building permit right there. Smooth stone is cooking. Let's go get some clay. Hopefully there's more in the lake over there. If there's not, I think there's another lake kind of just inside the dark oak woods. Yeah, it looks like I've probably exhausted most of this lake. Let's see here. Oh, we've got a little bit. Oh, no, that's gravel. Yeah, so I think we'll come over this way. I think there's another little pond over here, if I remember correctly. Kind of by where the Harold's cage was. Oh, no, here we go. There we go. So, and I think there's some clay right there. Alrighty, I'm gonna set a block right here, and we'll just dig all this up. We only need 16, but I'm gonna grab a whole bunch just so we don't have to come do this again if we do need more bricks. And I do believe we will. Of course, I'm sure we'll need more than this when that time comes, but we will burn that bridge when we get to it. Okay, grab all of these guys. And any more? I think we got it all. Looks like it. Okay. So we'll get these cooking as well, while the smooth stone should be done by the time we return. We'll put the pickaxe away in our ender chest, and then we should be about there for the shelter kitchen. Pretty good pacing, I think. Oh, come here. There we go. And then, yeah, I guess we'll spend some time making a little wheat farm. I wonder if we want to make an empty plot for that. I think not. We're not going to need a whole bunch, I think, after this. Not enough to justify. See, these are growing really quick now, which is super nice. So yes, let's go get the clay cooking. We only need 16, which is 1 stack, I do believe. Yes, so that's done. We'll get these in here. Just go ahead and put that whole bit there. The rest of the clay I'll put right there. And then, let's see, do I need anything from here for the wheat farm? I don't believe so. Although, some nice building blocks might be nice. We have some diorite. No, I don't think we need anything here. If only we had something that sold... Oh, good! He's all grown up, our little child. Good, good. Ooh, sells bookshelves. That's kind of nice. Obviously, doing this exchange isn't super great just for bookshelves, but we can get emeralds easier than that, I think. So, nice villager to have around. Let's go ahead and put the smooth stone in here so I don't forget about it. There is that. Bricks are smelting. Let's harvest some of this wheat so we can get a couple of seeds going. And we'll get the new plot going. The new farm to help boost our... Is that one fully grown? I think so. Yeah. Sweet. Okay. Any more that I'm missing? Oh, I think this is fully grown. Nice. Ooh, you might be too. Cool. Okay. We're not doing too bad. Not too bad at all. I think you're done as well. Okay, we're getting there. We're making progress. Slowly but surely, I do believe. Okay, another full bale's worth, which is great. It is getting to be nighttime now, which is slightly bothersome. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and break these. Get a couple of seeds from them to fill us out. We're going to need some water as well. Okay. Okay. Ooh, ooh. There it is. Yeah, we're going to need some water as well. Which, oh, it's right here. Duh. So let's see. If I do that right there. Oh, did I not pick up the water correctly? Oh, I guess I did not. There we go. Now this plot is going to grow slower than the one over there, just because it isn't alternating like that one. But it's still, we should still get a pretty solid supply from it just by virtue of being, oh, I didn't put that away. Yeah, there we go. Just by virtue of having more, you know, higher frequency of getting hit potentially, even if it's not going to grow every time, or it's going to grow slower. So having just the extra there, I think, is going to be a good call. Does this get hydrated if it's close enough? I think it does. What we might do, just to confirm it, is just do that. There we go. So all of this should be in good shape to get hydrated. And we'll fill up the rest of this space. we go. And that one too. Perfect amount. Look at that. I don't think it's perfectly oh, it might be perfectly centered. Cool. Kind of lucky. And then when we're ready to build our shelter kitchen, I think we'll just build it here and kind of just get rid of it because we don't need it. I will need to harvest your crops at some point, but we'll wait and see exactly what we need and how. The bloody rake seems like a weird thing to add, probably just for fun. Oh, you know what? I do want to put this dirt somewhere, though, just so I don't have to worry about it. I do think, yeah, the town market really needs so much hay. I don't think it's going to be ready this episode, but with the extra farming here, we should be okay for next episode with a little bit of extra time. Do I have a spare workbench? I don't. I'm going to make one real quick. Workbench with a workbench. And I'm going to put that down when I get there. But let's grab these bricks. Oh, they're not done yet. Once the bricks are done, I think we'll build the shelter kitchen and probably call it good at that point. And we'll build the town market, hopefully next episode, fingers crossed. I really think we'll be in good shape for it. In the meantime, I do have some rotten flesh. I guess I will go ahead and harvest some of these. Yeah, let's grab some rotten flesh and do that, and at least get a good collection going. Because I believe I have, yeah, I got a little bit. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just get a good collection going and regrow some of them. So grab a couple of these boys, thank you. I'll go ahead and put this down here. And let's buy a couple. Ooh. I must have. Okay, yeah. It just automatically replants. That's kind of nice. And it doesn't take the strawberry that I harvested, so that's cool. Yeah, neat. Some lettuce. Just one head of lettuce. That's okay. There we go. We got all our crops harvested. Thank you very much. I don't think we need blueberries right now. We'll just wait and see what that all looks like later. Put the lettuce there. I hope we won't need such a high volume that we'll need to make another of these. That would be a little bit annoying. Yeah, so these are growing pretty slowly, even compared to the smaller quantity, smaller volume over here. But let's go ahead and grab what we can from this. Maybe get some bone meal. I want the seeds here. There we go. Cool. Do this and that. All the way down the aisle. A little bit more there. Okay. And we'll go ahead and harvest these potatoes too. Maybe what we'll do is compost the potatoes. See how that works out for a little bit of extra. Only got 5 potatoes out of that. I don't think that we're fully mature yet. It's hard to tell with the last couple of stages. Alright, a little bit of that. Okay, one more? Nope, okay. Well, we got one. And that. Cool. And we'll go ahead and craft up these ones into a couple more hay bales just to give us a better idea of where we are. Oh boy, that is so expensive. I wonder if it really would be best to go and try and find another village, a village that has hay bales, because obviously the Taiga village doesn't. That's the main problem. But I wonder if it would be ideal. I suppose we don't have Elytra, but it would be a good reason, good excuse to get a horse ready to go. I have some horse armor, right? Yeah, I have diamond horse armor. There's leads in the castle stable. Yeah, let's get a horse. And then maybe we'll take a horse out and go searching for a village. I don't think we've explored much in that direction, so maybe that'll be the right way to handle this. Not this episode, next episode. We'll go out exploring for another village by way of horse. I think that'll be fun. Where am I going? The stable. Alright, let's come over here. I guess I could steal this hay bale for a little bit of spared time. But yes, let's get a horse. Oh, I don't have a saddle. Ooh, that's my problem. Do I have a saddle somewhere? That's a problem. If I don't have a saddle, then yeah, we're in trouble. Here, let's put the horse armor and the lead back in here. Put that there, there we go. I don't think I do have a saddle. That's right. That's the reason I haven't gotten a horse yet. But let's go. Let's double check. Maybe I've gotten one since. Maybe there's one in the nether. Maybe I should check on that. Or in the end? I don't think I would have put it in the end. No saddle there. Or there. But let's check. Let's check the other dimensions. Just to be safe. Because if we have a saddle, then we're okay. I feel like it's possible I could have put one in here. I haven't been to another fortress, so I wouldn't have gotten one from that. But if I got one at all, I could have decided for some reason to put it in here. I do have a lead. I should leave that here for the Strider, I suppose. Yeah, but no. Oh, I have tons of leather in here. Jeez, I need to remember that. But yeah, no saddle. I don't think there's one in any of these. No. Okay, back to the... Let's try the end, just to be safe. You know, all those end cities. Perhaps we got a saddle from there. I don't remember if saddles are an end city loot. They might be. I feel like that's something that would be. They are a treasure item after all. Where are we going? Here we go. There's our end portal in front of our castle. I had considered, briefly, making the end portal a castle structure. But I decided against it because you can only build 6 castle wings. So I was worried that if people would be upset, understandably so, if they get the end portal recipe but they've already finished their castle, come on, then they can't build it. Obviously, it's not required to proceed with the... oh, hi there. With the progression of the story of New in Town, but it is a major convenience, and obviously the plans are provided for you to use, so it feels bad to have something like that and then not be able to use it. I do have a saddle, yes! Is there any like wheat in here at all or something like that? Anything particularly useful that I could take back? Extra horse armor, I suppose. I don't think anything else, though. I think we're okay in here. Yeah. But horse armor, yeah, or saddle, fantastic. I was really, really worried there for a little bit. Obviously, we could have gone out without the horse, but it's just so much nicer to have the horse with us. Okay. So let's go get a horse ready. You know what? Bricks are almost done. I'll wait a second for those. Don't have any wheat in here, do I? No. I keep checking. You know, maybe one day it'll magically appear in there. That would be nice. But I don't believe there's any in there. Okay, almost done. Let's get ourselves some bricks and brick blocks. Cool. So we know we can build the shelter. We'll do that next. But let's go get a horse ready to go. I do actually think we need an empty hand to tame it. It's not sunset, is it? Oh, it is sunset. Ew. Well, we'll be okay. Alrighty, so got a horse egg, diamond horse armor lead. The reason that I do horse eggs is so that the horse's stats can be randomized. Oh gosh, this is a very beefy horse. Oh, nah. I'm gonna put the... Oh, I can't do that yet. Okay. So this horse's stats can be randomized, because otherwise it'd be the same horse every single time you build a stable for every single player. And that's not very fun. Part of the fun of horses is getting a good horse. And even though your odds of getting a good horse from an egg rather than from statistically and strategically breeding them is low, I did want to provide that kind of genetic variance to it for the player to use. There we go. So we got saddle, horse armor. Nice. Okay. And go ahead and leash you right there. All right. So now we have our horse for next episode when we go out in search of hay bales from another village. But let's go ahead and build ourselves the kitchen. The rural kitchen, I think it's called. Was it rural kitchen? Shelter kitchen. Shelter kitchen. Although, I might go to sleep first. Put those there. Put that up there, I suppose. And yeah, let's go to sleep, and then we'll build our shelter kitchen and call it a day, I think. Should have been a pretty decent length episode. I hope it's been entertaining enough for you, just kind of wandering around and trying to gather things that we may or may not need. Alrighty. So, a shelter kitchen recipe is thankfully not very difficult to remember and not terribly expensive, just a little bit time consuming smelting all those things. So let's grab all this, and where do we want to build it? Perhaps, I think this is where we're going to build the market. So where do we want the kitchen? I would have liked it like right here. We do want to keep these growing for now. Let's build it over here. Hopefully we don't forget that that's where we put it. I wouldn't be surprised if that does happen. Ooh. Do this correctly, please. Thank you. Smokers, bricks, and building permit. Alrighty, so our little shelter kitchen, nice and cute looking. And we've got our chef here who will... What is that? Oh, I see. It's like... So they're like categories. So the following bits are the recipe to make a hamburger, and you follow these steps. Bread and steak gives you a beef hamburger that's 1/3 done. Add some tomato, 2/3, add some lettuce, and it's finished. Okay, so this is, I mean, I knew that it was interesting, but like I said, this is a really involved and cool kind of cooking mechanic that kind of combines, of course, with the growing mechanic. So we use the tomato and the lettuce, plus some normal vanilla items to end up making a hamburger, which is pretty cool. And I wonder if you can make a cheeseburger or something. That'd be funny. Add some cheese to it just to improve it further. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, fries. Okay, so yeah, some really cool kind of stuff. And then, as we'll see when we build the harvest altar and really start focusing on all this kind of stuff, the goal is to make, like, I think at least one of every single kind of food that can be cooked or grown, and giving it to the harvest goddess as an offering to get whatever magical power that she gives you. And again, I don't know what that magical power is, so it's going to be really exciting to find that out. So I hope you guys will stick around while we do that. Next episode, like I said, we're going to hop on our brand new horse and go out in search of a village that has hay bales, because I think it's just going to be a better use of our time than waiting around for a bunch of wheat to grow. Then we'll build the kitchen, or the town market, and really be able to get an idea of all the things that we can grow. And then we'll build the harvest goddess altar and start focusing on all the cooking and growing for New in Town Harvest as part of the New in Town custom structure pack. Again, that one created by Victoria Ricky, and we're going over kind of all the different kind of custom structures that people have made as part of the community, which is super duper cool. So as I said last episode, if you're interested in checking out all these custom structure packs for New in Town, remember to check out the link to the collection in the description so you can see all the ones that are available. We're playing with almost all of them, all the ones that we are able to. So keep an eye around. If you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like and share with your friends, and subscribe to keep an eye on when new videos come out as we continue to explore and build with New in Town. If you guys feel like supporting me on Patreon, that would be super duper cool of you, but no pressure there. And you can also get involved with the community by joining our Discord and following me on Twitter. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.